My favorite period. Early Devil's Island.
He really was a bastard. They should give the losers something.
Maybe we're not losers. Quite yet.
Everybody lie down. Don't anybody move.
Cicely, for God's sake.
Oh, thank God it's you.
You nearly got shot.
Some cat.
This is Mr. Hendricks, who is bringing some important news to everyone living in the area.
Although I hope it's not necessary.
What else can you do with a wounded animal?
You're Susan Silsby, aren't you? A classmate of mine almost broke your record in Kenya last summer. He always admired your courage.
He wouldn't be very pleased with me tonight. Anyway, I'm not a killer. I'm a sportswoman.
That's not what the tigers say.
Oh, but my dear sir, I must tell you that I've never agreed with those who couldn't see the difference.
This is Miss Cecily Young.
How do you do?
Are you going to stay with us all night?
I wish I could. But there's a lot of ground to cover, so to speak. Miss Young, do forgive me, but a colleague of mine testified in a fascinating case in London involving...
It was kill or be killed, Dr. Freud.
What?
What are you talking about?
I don't mind, Susan. I was the girl who was dancing at the Cozy Club in London, who the manager doped and tried to attack in his office. Having no other course of action open to me to prevent him from accomplishing his unspeakable intentions and seeing his gun on the desk, I gave it to him, right in the face.
Self-preservation's the first rule, certainly. How many times?
6.
As I recall, the condition of the body was somewhat mutilated when they found it.
After the shots, I fainted. I never remembered anything after that.
Oh, understandable, certainly. Yes, well now.
And what about Mr. Paul Jones? He's a songwriter from the United States.
How do you do?
Fine, thank you.
Well, very often we know a man by his creative efforts. What's your latest work?
A love song. It's called, You Scratch My Back and I'll Scratch Yours. Look, before you start, let me tell you. I used to put red ants in with black ants and, oh, yes, once I killed a skunk on the Taconic State Parkway. But if your cat decides to show up, don't count on me, because it was all a long time ago, and I've hung my guns up for good.
Oh, but I can count on you, Mr. Jones. From what I hear on the radio, songwriters are the worst killers in society.
What about Mrs. Allison Crosby?
Mrs. Crosby. You're a lawyer. And all lawyers are sharks. And sharks are the worst killers and the most bloodthirsty creatures in nature. Well, I really shouldn't stay any longer. Would you mind getting my coat for me, please?
What do we do if the cat gets in?
He can have our room.
I hope he's paper trained.
We'll hang on to him, don't worry.
Just pray he doesn't hang on to you. Twice this year I've had to shoot him.
What?
Once here, and once here.
That seems a little excessive.
Regardless, the last time he was captured, he succeeded in getting his hands on me. It took 3 good men to get him off. You will take my advice and avoid socializing with him at all costs.
Yeah, I did.
What happened?
Mrs. Crosby's disappeared.
Well, can you blame her?
Are you sure that you didn't pass her in the hall? Annabelle, was that you screaming?
Yeah, you all right?
Annabelle, what happened?
Yeah, but when did you miss her?
Just a minute ago. What? She was practically in the middle of a sentence.
Where were you?
Here. She was standing right over there, saying that she had something important to tell me. For my own safety, I think.
Did she say there was danger all around you?
Yes, something like that.
There were unknown people out to harm you.
Yes.
Sure.
Charlie, you remember she said she wanted to see me.
Did you find her?
Well, of course. She was right over there. And I was here, and I saw a cat.
A cat?
Yes, I was holding the cat when the clock started to chime.
Which clock?
Well, I don't know. The clock started chiming. I turned to talk to who? To Mrs. Crosby. Who do you think that I was talking to? You heard me, Mrs. Pleasant, didn't you?
I only heard your voice, Miss Annabelle.
And you didn't see her leave?
She didn't leave.
Then where is she?
You want to find Alison Crosby?
I didn't see any cat.
What are you all looking at? Are you trying to tell me I've been hearing things?
Of course not.
I told you. I was holding the cat. A clock started to chime. It only chimed 6 chimes, which Mrs. Pleasant said that
Annabelle,
somebody...
it's been a very exciting evening. Don't you think perhaps you're a little overstimulated?
I hate to tell you some of the things I've thought I've seen in my time.
Are you trying to tell me that I've been saying things?
No, are you crazy? I'm sorry.
Annabelle, nobody said anything of the sort.
Yes, they did.
Who said that Annabelle could be crazy?
Cyrus West.
Well, if it was my imagination, where is Mrs. Crosby?
Well, I expect she's somewhere checking with Harry.
Where has Harry been?
I'm going to take Cecily and lock us in our room.
Good idea. I'll go and find Harry. I'll look in on you later.
Creature in my room! He stole my necklace! I thought he was trying to kill me!
What does he look like?
Ready to go.
All right, calm down, everyone. Just calm down. First of all, Annabelle and I found the West necklace.
How do we know you didn't take it?
It didn't fit.
How do we know you didn't take it?
I put it on before I went to sleep.
Where did it come from?
Oh, right here, I think.
Oh, really, Annabelle? You can't be serious.
Anything can happen in a house like this.
He came out of the wall?
Yes,
But you said you were sleeping.
I was. He must have been here. I bolted the door.
Maybe he was in already.
I wasn't in at all.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, really, Annabelle's been strange the whole night.
Why don't you just say that I've got the running West insanity?
Relax, Susan. Anybody can get a little hysterical.
I am not hysterical. The creature was here.
How did he get in?
Well, that's not so hard to figure out. Thought they invented secret passages in this country. I mean, what's so strange about the cat sneaking in and accidentally finding one? One that led to this room. Is there a passage that leads here?
I don't know.
There's got to be some explanation for all this.
Do you suppose it's really Mrs. Crosby? Could have been you.
Now, do you think she was seeing things?
Where does that lead to?
I don't know.
That maniac may still be in the house.
My God, suppose he's still here.
I hope our friend Hendricks comes back soon.
Nobody's to get down there. Why don't you two charmers just lock this room up and put Annabelle someplace safe? I'm going to look around again.
I didn't think it would turn into this kind of evening. Let's get the body downstairs.
I told you what that maniac does.
Yes, Cousin Susan. You described it most perfectly. Almost too perfectly.
Where have you been?
Not very far.
What have you been doing?
Thinking.
Being alone in this place gives me the double creeps.
Stretch out, I'll relax you.
Are you leaving so soon?
Yes, Harry's giving me a lift.
Cecily, I'm terribly sorry about Susan.
Me too.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to go to Kenya for the winter, and then we'll see.
Well, let me know as soon as you get back, okay?